Welcome back to the Week 19 edition of the Magic City Jai-Alai Rebote Recap. We're entering the home stretch of the 2020 season, and Douglas's chances of repeating as singles champion continue to get better with each performance. The Wonder Boy built upon his already gargantuan lead atop the standings, totaling a roster-leading 11 wins to give him 117 for the year. Douglas now holds a 22-game advantage over Ron, who battled valiantly all week long to remain just a blip on the radar for first place. Number 12 showcased an impressive combination of lethal kill shots and stout defensive skills, which ultimately helped him secure 10 wins of his own in Week 19. With another standout effort, Ron was able to reaffirm his stronghold over second place to an astounding 28-game lead at 95 singles victories. Bueno remains in third place overall in that all-important final bonus money slot after a solid showing all week long. At 67 wins, Bueno maintains a 6-game lead over fourth place, Ben. The former Canes tight end couldn't regain that unworldly form from the previous week, struggling to get into a consistent and solid rhythm for the first serve. In the end, number 7 found the win column 3 times to go along with 4 places and 6 shows. As 2 of the hardest working pelotaris on the roster, look out for both Ben and Bueno to right the ship heading into the closing months of the season. And rounding out the top 5, we have the lovable fan favorite, Tennessee. Tennessee exhibited unparalleled catching skills to the tune of 3 wins. With his 55 victories, number 37 stands just 1 game ahead of Ikeda, who is hot on his heels and determined to climb the standings back into the bonus money. The Week 19 Golden Cesta goes to the Wonder Boy, Douglas. Number 13 kept up his unprecedented run, winning another 11 games with his devastating combination of power and finesse that had his opponents shaking their heads and making that dreaded walk back to the bench. In addition to his 11 victories, Douglas finished in the money in 22 of his 28 appearances throughout the week, a ridiculous clip of over 78%. For the year, the Wonder Boy has a winning percentage of 40% and in the money percentage of nearly 68%, and more importantly, a seemingly insurmountable total for the singles championship with his 117 wins. Congrats to Douglas on picking up his roster-leading 5th Golden Cesta of the 2020 season. While the start of the second doubles tournament is right on the horizon, Magic City once again continued with its 1 doubles game per performance this past week. Without the formidable duo of Lamonte and Douglas competing, we saw some of the most competitively balanced and intense doubles play we've seen all season. Only one team was able to capture more than 1 victory, and that was the super team of Anderluck and Kubala. This favorite lived up to the hype as Anderluck dominated in the front court, with Kubala holding down the fort in the back with stellar defense. They finished with 2 wins to go along with 1 place and 1 show. Diaz and Carballo seemed to be refocused in Week 19, playing debatably their best team highlight since they linked up just a few weeks ago. Carballo led the way in the backcourt, but Diaz certainly held his own up front. This duo ended the week with a solid stat line of 1 win and 3 places. Juice and Ron also stood out amongst the temporary pairings, collecting 4 total in the money finishes with 1 win, 1 place, and 2 shows in Week 19's limited doubles action. The regular doubles schedule should be getting underway again very soon, and given how much these players have all improved since the first tournament, it's shaking up to be the most fast-paced and hard-fought doubles championship yet. Shout out to this week's fantasy winners, LV Bustouts and BHS. These contestants will receive a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt in addition to a share of the $150 cash prize for their stellar performances in Week 19. Watch our weekly fantasy review on the Instagram page at Jai-Alai channel for more details on the winning Week 19 lineup. Every week is a new chance to earn points for your fantasy team, so you can always come back to your team or join the league at any time. And remember, the cash prize of $150 sponsored by Magic City Jai-Alai will remain unlocked as long as there are 150 active league members. And that's not all. If we surpass 200 active members, Magic City has agreed to increase the prize money to $200, and it will remain unlocked at that value. Visit fantasyjai-alai.com to join the league for free, draft your own fantasy team, and start winning. This week's Rebote play goes to number 8, Jeden. The former Super Bowl champion has started to turn a corner in his highlight career, making tremendous strides in all parts of his game since the beginning of the season. As one of the most competitive guys on the roster, it's tough to win a point against Jeden. That was on full display against Carballo, as Jeden did all he could to not only get a Cesta on the ball, but ultimately managed to throw a picture-perfect off-balance rebote to Wall as he was falling to the ground that scored. Even though Jeden has developed one of the best rebotes amongst Magic City Pelotaris, this type of rebote save is just something you can't teach and requires a whole bunch of athleticism. Have a look for yourself in this dandy of a rebote play of the week.
Backhand by Carballo. Jeden for the rebote. Diving save. It's a 2-all. It will score. Well thrown.